This is In Touch with Terri, a power-packed podcast for the medical aesthetics industry.
I just discovered your podcast, and I feel like I've hit a gold mine.
She's our inspiration.
This is someone who's got a lot of knowledge. She's been there, done that.
Terri Ross is a former Fortune 500 executive, international speaker, founder and CEO of Terri Ross Consulting, and co-founder of the 4S Summit, a sales and business mastery workshop for aesthetic professionals.
Terri is always approachable, always there for you.
It's nice to have somebody in your corner that can say, I got it.
In Touch with Terri will bring you solutions to increase operational and employee efficiency and practice profitability. Plus, feature some of the top industry experts as guests.
Terri, your courses and your podcast are just so helpful.
She made me feel like I could do this.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Now, here's Terri.
Hey guys, what's going on? Wow, I cannot believe it. This is the last episode of season 11. And I just got to take a deep breath for a second and just truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. I don't know many podcasts in the aesthetic space that have a podcast that has been running this long. And so I am so humbled and honored and happy and excited and all of the things that you have allowed me to share my voice and share my knowledge and share my wisdom and share some vulnerable pieces of my life with you, because this isn't easy it's not like you just get up on here and start, shooting the shit. Well, kind of, but it takes time. But this podcast would be nothing without all of you. So I'm very grateful. The end of season 11, stay tuned, keep your feedback coming to me, keep sharing, keep talking to me and letting me know what you want to hear, because I'm here for you. So as we all know, private equity, consolidation, selling a practice, leaving a legacy is a real thing. Whether you like it, you don't like it, you're ready, you're not ready is really irrelevant. As a company, and our vision, mission, core values is to really help educate practices on the business of aesthetics, what it takes to have a profitable, scalable business that can increase enterprise value. And I'm sure anyone listening would be like, oh, nobody does not want that. So I want you to stop building a job. Okay. I want you to stop building a job. I want you to start building an asset. Okay. Let that sit for a second. This is what I think is important, because the space, as I constantly talk about, is growing exponentially. It's competitive. It's commoditized. People have a desire to eventually sell. A lot of them can't sell, and they can't sell because they are not market ready. And they're not market ready for many reasons. The books are a mess. The team, the culture, the finances, the sales, the people, the practice, too much overhead, too much equipment, not doing the right services. You guys, there's a whole host of reason. But being market ready, it's not just about, I'm going to sell. It's about you guys having financial freedom, because here's the truth with any business. If your business only works because you're in it every day, it's not an asset, it's a job. So I really want to walk you through what it actually means to be market ready and how to build wealth toward the next 12 months. So let's break down what even is that term. Let's define it first, because I think there's a lot of confusion around it. Market ready doesn't necessarily mean that you're selling, right? It means that you have a business that you are working toward structuring in a way that is solid, financial freedom, and it can be sold at any time. And more importantly, that the business can run without you. How does that sound? You guys, I equally face the same thing. I have an amazing team. We've grown exponentially. It is a constant evolution, and the same goes for you. So from a buyer's perspective, they look for 4 things. They want clean financials, consistent revenue performance, systems, processes, and they want stability. Okay. That is what a buyer's perspective looks for. So let's break it down, each one, and what I mean by that. So when we talk about clean financials, you would be surprised. It makes me sad, candidly, about when we're doing a business evaluation. So when people retain us, that's where we start. We audit every business and we uncover areas of opportunity and we write you a plan, not a business plan. We literally identify where the growth opportunities are and what you need to do. So clean financials mean the numbers are accurate, organized, and easy to understand. Okay, there's no commingling of information. There's no guessing. There's no like, we'll figure it out later. Because if your numbers aren't clean, you guys, the business isn't credible. And it's really difficult to make informed decisions if the numbers are not accurate. And there's so many, I could tell you so many stories, because really when we start, we find so much opportunity. I increased someone's EBITDA like $600,000 by just remapping the P&L. And that's very, very rewarding. So consistent performance means that, your performance isn't up or down every month, that you have predictable revenue, strong conversions, stable retention. That's what predictability means, because buyers are not buying the potential of what you might have. They're paying for consistency. Your business must run on systems and formal processes, not memory or it's in someone's head. So when we're thinking about everything, your standard operating procedures, your scheduling, your consultations, your follow-up, your reporting, your retention, your numbers, your books, like that if someone else stepped in tomorrow, they would know what to do and they're not starting from scratch. So it's hard. This is why we're so focused on the importance of training. Training alone in anything, you guys, in any job, training for school, for college, in medical school, your kids are going to be, in sports. I mean, training is what makes the world go round. We can't hire people and expect them to do something without training. So that means you have stability. You have a great team. You don't have constant turnover. You have people that can function and operate independently without you. Because if your team leaves, the values leave with them if they're an asset to your practice. And so I always say that teams are your greatest expense or your biggest asset. So market ready means the business can perform without you. Now, on the buyer lens, what increases value or what can destroy it? And let's shift the perspective just a little bit. So if you want something that is valuable, you have to think about, I'm sure you've bought something in your life, what is valuable to you and what increases the valuation of a business. And that is, like we said, strong revenue, consistency. It's strong margins. It's repeatable systems, and it's a diversified revenue stream. Okay. If it's leaning one way or the other, PE groups or a buyer is not going to want that. So it cannot be dependent on one person. Key man risk is always a problem. And from the buyer's perspective, they're going to say, is the business predictable? Is it profitable? And can it run without the owner? So if the answer is yes to those things, the value is going to go up. What can destroy the value is, like I said, key man risk, owner dependency, messy financials, inconsistent performance, high team turnover, lack of systems and processes. And let me say it very clearly. I just rattled off things. If your business relies on you and you only to drive revenue, manage the team, make a lot of the decisions, the buyer doesn't see an opportunity. It's a risk. And so we have to have diversification and training. So what does the 12-month roadmap look like for you? Let's be practical. If you want to be market ready in 12 months, these are some of the things I want you to be thinking about, like stability, phase 1. I want you to stabilize your business. If things are getting out of control, I want you to look at your numbers, identify where you're at today, benchmarks, where do you want to be? Look at your revenue, your retention, your operational efficiencies, and then I want you to fix the gaps. Because if you can't scale, then you have an unstable business. 2, as I want you to systematize. We need to document everything that happens in your business. The patient journey, your consultation process, your follow-up, your retention, your rebooking, your KPIs. I just listed 6 things, okay? This is where your business shifts from being reactive, maybe not knowing what's going on, to repeatable. Okay, number 3 is that we are going to now optimize the business. How do we improve your financial performance? How do we evaluate inquiry to consult to close? That's your conversions. How do we look at KPIs that move the needle and increase revenue? Your revenue per hour, average patient spend, your retention, your retail, your lifetime value, rebooking, your team productivity. I just rattled off a lot of things, you guys, and those Most of the time people say, Terri, I don't even know what they are. We've never been trained. We've never learned. And even, I promise you guys, even the practices that have worked with us that are doing 20, 30 million, we have some very high value practices. We treat everyone the same because whether you are just starting off or you're in business and want to sell, this is where we make the money, you guys, in the rooms. So the numbers can't be inconsistent. We have to have consistency with the KPIs. 4 now is your scalability. Now you're able to grow. You have control in your business, not chaos. You have a team, right? You have metrics, you have systems, and you can support the growth expansion. So what does it really mean? Like I said, it's not necessarily about the end game. It's about you having a peace of mind that you have a very tight business, that you're not stuck. You have options when people, come your way that you can sell. You could expand. You could get a partner. You can get another location. You could step back, but that the business can function clean. And more importantly, you guys, it is protected. Think about what happened in COVID. I mean, it's so sad. I know businesses were shut down for a couple of months, but the businesses that really succeeded, they didn't stop marketing. They had 6 months cash reserves in the bank. So you are protected. Life is going to happen. Shit can happen. We can't be reactive to it. We have to be prepared. So your exit readiness isn't about necessarily leaving your business and you're not going to work in there anymore. It's about you finally being in control of it. So in closing, if you took one thing away from today in this podcast, and I got to look at it again, right? We said, stop building a job and start building an asset. Start building a business that you're proud of. It's a legacy, that it's something someone would want to buy and that you can stand true, right? That if you ever have a desire to sell, even if you don't, I want you to think about when you go home sometimes at the end of a long day and you were in the OR or you saw patients, in the med spa or your wellness practice all day and you're exhausted and you're not seeing your family and you're wondering how you're going to fill the books the next month. And then this new laser is on sale and then your marketing agency is telling you to spend more money in ads. I mean, it gets crazy. It's honestly chaos. And whether people work with us privately, this is why I started the 4S Summit with Dr. Saltz and Isaac, my ex-business partner. This is what we care about. This is my legacy. This is what Sloan sees me doing. And I'm constantly studying and learning and getting uncomfortable and pushing myself and teaching and traveling because we see clients' results. So I want you to have a practice that's structured, that's predictable, that's consistent, that's stable, that gives you happiness, that gives you freedom and more money and more time with your family, and that it's not just a job. Nobody gets into aesthetics for a job. There's plenty of jobs out there. We're in this to make a meaningful impact in people's lives, to get them to be different and look different and feel different. Okay, that's what they're doing. We're making them be more confident, have a happier life. It is what it is. This is not vanity and it's not going away. So if this resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, and you're struggling with sales or conversions or your data or your metrics or your reporting or your P&L or your team or culture or mindset, I could go on and on and on. I do invite you, I really, really do, to just take a step back, ask yourself some hard questions and reach out to us. Our team is truly, this is what our soul vision, mission, values, and purpose is. This is what I love to do. It's what I teach my daughter. This shit's hard work. It's hard work. And I face the same things you guys do. So with that said, thank you all so much for being with me through all of these seasons. And if you're new, welcome to In Touch with Terri. I invite you to kind of go back and listen to previous episodes. And if you've been with me a long time, you know who you are. You guys are my ride or die. You are my tribe. And I hope that this was valuable for you, that you took these pearls away, that you're going to actually now, tomorrow, or when you listen to this, you're going to go back in your practice, you're going to write things down, you're going to execute, you're going to investigate, you're going to figure out the holes. And then I invite you to call us, and you can reach us at, go to terrirossconsulting.com. You can find me on my Instagram as well. and certainly more podcasts. So with that said, thank you guys so much. This is not a job. I want you to have a scalable, profitable, repeatable, sustainable business. And I love y'all. I'll see you on the next episode of In Touch with Terri. Ciao, guys.
Thanks for listening to In Touch with Terri. If you'd like to take your practice further faster, Terri Ross has launched her business and sales mentorship for the first time, and it's available to everyone. No more spending thousands on conferences. Get Terri's expert knowledge for a fraction of the cost. Head over to patreon.com/Terri Ross Consulting and sign up now. We'll have the link in the episode notes to get you in on this groundbreaking offer. This is your chance to get ahead, so don't miss it.